Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another ranked game of Stratego. This one is going to be on my lowest account, and I typically don't show ranked games on this account because it's pretty low rated, like like Bronze Scout low rated. But I decided to show this one because it was a very intense game. It was against Clark Dongle Fritz, who I've seen many times in lobbies, and I thought it would be a pretty interesting video to just show you guys how to play against this type of player because this guy was um th this player was like very defensive. Yeah, so basically they're like a defensive shuffler, and yeah, so that type of player can be very annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to beat that type of player. So as you can see, so just right at the bat, I can already tell that this guy is some sort of shuffler because moving up pieces like in blocks and then just not attacking. So yeah, I already know this guy's play style just from the first few moves. So against these players, if you have enough time, then you should just shuffle with them because shufflers, when you shuffle also, they typically don't know what to do. Then they'll just get really mad. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into this game. So he's moved, I think, five or six of those pieces on the right side, and then of course that one in the center. That's between sergeant and lieutenant, and then also the one behind it. So I'm just messing with the sergeant because it's nothing important. So we find a captain. I doubt we'll take that lieutenant because this guy is very defensive. And also I think a piece in front of it is a scout. So yeah, scout probably in scout my major. Is it a scout? Yeah, it's a scout. And also against defensive players, it's pretty important to get like to pin them in multiple lanes. Right now in the right, it's kind of like a standstill. In the center, it's at anyone's game right now, but in the left, it's the same thing. So you want to pin them on if you can two fronts, because it'll just make your life easier. So yeah, you don't want to attack. You typically don't want to take risks against them because they're going to be very obvious with all their pieces, but it doesn't matter because they're going to all be defended. So yeah, he's moving a ton of pieces, which is very good for me, obviously because I play with the Stratego board next to me to keep track of moving pieces. And so yeah, but this guy obviously doesn't know that. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm already pretty sure of his playstyle. Just shuffling around, getting all of his high pieces up. Yes. So I'm just gonna shuffle with this guy because like I can because in this game I had a lot of time. So yeah, this guy I was surprised when I played him. I was surprised to see that he was a silver scout because this guy I had seen him in lobbies like a ton, and he was like a silver colonel or silver general. So that was kind of surprising. May have lost a few games, but yeah. So this is like the most annoying type of playstyle that like someone can have. So as you can see, just continue to shuffle. That's obviously a bluff piece. Or actually no, that major is known. So yeah, that was a bluff piece, but I'm glad I didn't hit it with my lieutenant because I would have lost that just for nothing. So you're probably gonna trade scouts here. That's what I would imagine. Okay, so yeah, I'm guessing there's is just like a marshal defending like every single piece. Well, not every single piece, not every single piece obviously, but it's just like everything's defended by a ton of pieces, and it's just so this is the most annoying play style to play against. Looks like he's taking some kind of movie. Might be chatting or something. Maybe not happy at how I'm not attacking. Nope. So we know that when you read like 15 or something like that, like 10, 15 moving pieces, which is very good to know. And since this guy doesn't want to attack, I'm just not going to attack. This is what you do because if you're gonna go on aggressive, these types of players will always have like a million things guarding each piece. So yeah, there he says that are you gonna play or are you gonna stall? And and if they chat, that means that they're impatient. So I know that this guy will probably break first if I just keep doing nothing as he's also doing nothing. So yeah, this game's gonna be pretty boring. So yeah, but I can't really attack. Yeah, here I make this guy kind of upset. I tell him to give me 20 minutes and I'll get back to you. So yeah, this is expecting me to like play into his play style by just like being super reckless and attacking. But I'm not gonna do that because like that's the exact thing you don't want to do against this type of player. So I did not expect that move. This guy's probably getting impatient because that was kind of expected. So we got another scout, which is always nice. Rating Caliber Scout is totally fine. So I'm gonna go next to that. So yeah, it looks like that piece defending them is something of value. Probably higher than a captain because this type of player doesn't typically bluff. So that's a front bomb. I thought that moved to be honest, but I guess it didn't. So that's probably a sergeant guarding that bomb. In the center is probably the marshal and like some pieces as bait, probably the spy. Then on the right is probably the general, but it has like easy access to the spy. And it's just this way of play is just it's so boring. So if I find another scout there, that's completely fine with me. It's training scouts, nothing bad about that. I could just ram into those pieces with my major, but I'm not going to, and that's very unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not going to because there's kind of I'm just gonna get taken because of this guy's playstyle. So yeah, what this guy does is just takes a piece and then just retreats. Like you just see the captain, he took a piece and then he just started retreating. I know that's a bluff. That's a very obvious bluff. Just trying to find out my colonel. Not gonna let that happen. Obviously, he wants to trade captains. I'll let him trade because I don't want him to scout my marshal. Is he gonna trade? No. Okay. I'm guessing that's a scout. He wants to scout my marshal. So yeah, I'm gonna pressure him to trade. I should pressure him to trade the colonel. Oh no, I'm gonna pressure him with the sergeant because he probably thinks it's a good piece. And yep, there he goes. So that did that accomplished two things. First, I got him to trade zone to cover my marshal, and second, I got him to think that my sergeant is a good piece. So yeah, I'm just gonna charge up with that, see what I can do, and okay, so his playstyle makes sense. He's just gonna have a piece guarded by another piece, and not gonna let me do anything. So I'm gonna hit that. That's a lieutenant. That's pretty unfortunate, but and it's probably guarded by a colonel. So yeah, I bring the captain over. And the reasoning behind this is that if I take the lieutenant with the captain, then he's probably gonna think that the major is that major is like the general or the marshal, so then he might not hit it if he's defending it with like a major or a colonel. So that's my logic there behind that. And then I'll get that free lieutenant. If he calls that bluff, then that'll be quite unfortunate, because then I'll be down a captain, and that wouldn't be the best. See, I hear him debating it, but oh, that's interesting. I should not have done that. Actually, no, it was fine, because if I hit it with a major, then it's probably going to think my captain's really good. So I'm guessing the piece in front of it is something pretty good. So he attacks the captain, trying to find out what it is, which makes complete sense. That thing, I so here I think it's a major coming down to like take my captain. I was not smart. It's a colonel. I should have known that because, but well, it was guarding a lieutenant, so it would make sense to be +2. But yeah, that was just a bad play on my end since I'm down a major, and I only got the info of a colonel, so yeah, that's pretty bad. So yeah, now I don't really know what to do because he's kind of done nothing in in all three lanes. I'm just kind of stuck. There's not really much I can do, so Yeah, here I'm just gonna continue to shuffle because this guy's not letting me do anything. With this playstyle, it's the most boring thing. So just moving back with that kernel makes sense. So I'm leaving my general open intentionally because I don't want to like make it too obvious. I should have covered my general and move that piece to like be able to scout it. So yeah, so it's obviously like two pieces, two like low pieces like scouts or sergeants in the front, and then he's like you have zero skill, and I'm like okay, buddy. See, I do that because I'm not about to get my colonel scouted. That's just not a thing I would like to do. So yeah, this guy just has scouts, and then he has like marshals and stuff behind them. I know that's a very obvious bluff, so I'm just gonna hit that with my lieutenant. Because honestly, who brings a marshal in between like three unknown pieces? Like no one does that, especially not this guy who's like insanely defensive. So that's very good info, I'd say. We find the marshal coming down there, and even though this guy I doubt he'll auto because of his playstyle. If he autos a colonel, it's gonna be very difficult for me to come back. So if he moves in between those, I'm probably gonna move my colonel. I'm probably gonna go lieutenant down here, enforcing the fact that sergeant is my marshal or general or something good, hoping he believes that bluff. So now since the marshal was revealed, I get my gen back to counterattack. He's having none of that. That we brings the marshal back. I probably should have done that with a bluff piece in retrospect. But since the marshal's on the right, the gen I'm guessing is not gonna be um on the center as well. So I'm just gonna pressure with my colonel. Then I can come up with my gen on the right. And if his marshal moves it, then the piece in front of my colonel is mine. It's like a free piece. So yeah, looks like he gives me that piece. What is that? It's captain. So that's excellent. That's a little bit of an outplay in my opinion. And I don't think that's a general, but with this guy, you never know, right? See, at this point, if it is the general, I can't save my colonel anyhow. See, at this point, so I don't think it's the general. I really don't. That was really unfortunate. It's a lieutenant. See, that was very unfortunate hitting that with the sergeant. I should have just called that bluff. But then again, if I called it and it really was the general, then I would be down a colonel, and that would not be good. But yeah, I don't know why I didn't call that. Now again, with that playstyle, it's the most annoying thing. He's just bringing pieces next to the marshal, and even though the marshal's known, there's not exactly anything I can do about it. I don't think that's again. I don't think that's the general, but you never know. That piece was guarding a minor, so I don't think that's the general either. I think this guy's just throwing bluffs at me. But then again, it could be because it did come from the left. So yeah, I'm just gonna scout that to make sure that that's not the gen. And I'm gonna make sure you can't just scout my colonel like that. So which piece do you think is the general? The one next to my colonel right now, or the one diagonal to it? Unfortunately, here I do make the wrong decision because that was the general. So that's unfortunate. I'm down a colonel, down a major. I am up a captain, but it doesn't really matter much. So yeah, I do know the marshal in general, but because this guy's playstyle, he's not gonna let me do anything. He's just gonna keep defending all his pieces with the general and the marshal. Because even if they're known, there's nothing I can do about it, which is super annoying. So at this point, I'm pretty sure that that's the spy to the right of my scout. But unfortunately, he has a captain there, so he takes it. So yeah, there's like nothing I can do here because even though like yes, his good pieces they are known, but like I can't do anything about it because he just creating this like blockade. And that's just the super annoying thing about this strategy. Like it might get you to win games if your opponents are impatient, but I am relatively patient. S- So yeah, I'm picking the martial. I probably shouldn't have done that. That's obviously like a scout or something. I'm going to check my gen. It's pretty obvious though, so I'm fine with taking that. Yeah, it was a scout, so I'm fine with that. But my opponent did get his general revealed for a colonel. That was not great, but nothing I can do there. If I moved out of the way, it would have made it too obvious, and the general would have been revealed either way. So I think that's a good piece because this guy, well, this guy can bluff, but you know. So I'm guessing that's either major or colonel, and yeah, it's major. Takes my captain. I kind of have to take it with the marshal. It's gonna lot on my whole setup. So that's not great, but it's whatever. So yeah, that is the lieutenant. I'm pretty sure that is at least. Is that the lieutenant? I'm confused now. Okay, so at this point, I'm pretty confident that where the spy is. Oh no, that was the colonel. Okay, I thought that was the lieutenant for some reason. Like the bluff lieutenant. So at this point, I'm pretty confident of where the spy is. It's next to the gen. So I can be quite aggressive with my marshal. And this is the point in the game where since I'm down a colonel, I need to start taking some risks, or I'm never gonna win the game. So here, I know the marshal. I'm pretty sure the spy is 2 squares to the right of my marshal, so I can hit down and be safe. So it's just a sergeant, but it's a piece. And then my marshal was already known, so that's fine. And yep, so that just confirms that the spy is indeed um covering those two pieces that he moved away. So yeah, as you can see, this guy is just has a block of pieces that I can't really break through because the marshal is just guarding my gen. Then the spy is in between like all his other pieces, like his colonel and majors. And since all I have is my marshal and gen, I can just keep my marshal to his marshal to pin my gen, and then just have a spy in the middle of all his other good pieces. So it's like nothing I can do. Okay, so this style of play has like no strategy in it whatsoever. And in my opinion, that's why it's important to show you guys how to beat this kind of player. Yeah, because yeah, it's just not fun, you know. So you gotta take advantage of that. All the high pieces are obviously in the center. You gotta take advantage of that. And here, I think when I'm playing this game, I'm quite upset because like I'm down a colonel, you know. I'm down a colonel, up not much. I'm up like a lower piece, couple lower pieces, but I'm down a colonel. And then at this point in the game, that is a pretty bad thing to be down. So here I know that I'm gonna have to either like extremely outplay this guy, or I'm gonna have to like do some sort of bluff. But that's gonna be really hard because my marshal in general are known, and this guy has a colonel that I don't, and I don't have a colonel to counter it. So I'm trying to get the scout out to scout out the spy. It's super obvious where it is, but yeah. So he just moved it there, so I know that I can get a free piece. Okay, or I'll just move it back. So yeah, this is just a bad situation. Moving the marshal back to defend that piece. Yeah, so like it's gonna be difficult to scout out the spy because it's probably just general colonel next to my marshal, and the spy's in between them, or not between them, not in between them. Sorry, I'm guarding both of them. So I'm gonna have to like scout something maybe and like get a captain or a major, because if I can get a captain or a major, then this game's in my favor. But right now, it's definitely not. So you need to either get a captain or a major, scout out some like captain or major. Well, yeah, that's the same thing as getting one, but or I could try to get the flag. So trying to bait my marshal, that's a super obvious spy. So that's just not gonna work on me. So yeah, there's not much hope when you're down a material against someone who plays like this because they're just gonna be super defensive. They're just gonna shuffle until you decide to make a move. But if you never decide, but like you can't really decide to make a move because their board position just like doesn't allow you to break through like whatsoever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the marshal. Oh no, that's not. Wait. Okay. No, sorry. That's the general. And I think he wants to exchange. And I'm pretty sure the marshal's in the center. So I have to bring my marshal back for defense. So at this point in the game, where do you think the flag is? Keep in mind the marshal came from I think behind the lake on the right side, I believe, and the general came from the left. And also, is the flag open or closed? So there are some possible spots. So it's probably not at the corner on the left because that was the general side. The flag is typically near the marshals. Like my flag is very close to my marshal. So the flag is probably in the center, right? It's probably bombed in. But if it's bombed in, then it would be in one of the two center squares. So right now I'm thinking it's probably bombed in the second most popular flag spot in the game. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know what that is, but my spies acted as a bomb, so I'm just gonna hope he doesn't lotto it. If he does, then that would just be completely unfortunate, and I'd probably lose the game. So he's trying to exchange gens with me. I know that captain's moved in the front, so I have to make sure that he doesn't force an exchange by moving next to it. But he has had the opportunity to exchange, and he hasn't gone for it. So yeah, again, that captain moved. So yeah, he had the opportunity to exchange, but he didn't go for it, which makes me think he's not gonna go for it now. He's just gonna like he likes to just like move next to my gen. And I don't know why he's not like moving in on it because the lieutenant in the center, it's moved, and that then my marshal is known on the left. So I don't know why. So this guy should be playing this game a lot better right now. Like that lieutenant is free. That the captain was gonna be trapped regardless. So yeah, this guy's just so this is such a very bad situation because now I mean we're gonna be down a colonel and a captain. And that's very bad. Like even if I get a captain back, it's not gonna be good anymore. So now I need to get a captain back and like a captain back and a major. So we find a bomb. That's interesting. So that means that makes me think that his flag is not the most popular flag spot in the game. Because then you have a double horizontal. Now I do have a double horizontal and a double vertical, like because of that bomb on the corner of my flag. I mean on the corner of my triangle. So, but most people don't have that. So. I'm thinking that the flag might not be there, but there is still that chance. Also, that bomb that I found, that could be one of the bombs in his triangle. That is possible. So yeah, this game is not looking very hopeful, but there still is hope because I still have all my miners and I still have some scouts, so I could find some stuff, scout the flag, maybe get a miner through. Sorry, I just hit my mic. That was a mistake. I'm pretty sure that's the marshal chasing me. I cannot keep track of pieces in a voiceover. So yeah, this game's basically just shuffling at this point. Yeah, but this guy should be playing much better because my spy is extremely obvious. Like it was 2 squares away from my gen. No one would have the spy on the side. It's been acting like a bomb, and spies typically act as a bomb. That guy still has a scout left, so if I were him, I would just be scouting that spy out. For some reason, he's not. I don't know why. See, here I'm just like shuffling with my marshal because again, I can't break through like at all to this guy's defense. It looks like he does exchange generals. Very bad for me because my spy is insanely obvious at this point. Even though I haven't moved it because spies always act like bombs, and again, it was near my gen. But this guy might think it's like some sort of bomb or bluff or something like that. So yeah, this game's not looking good because my opponent knows my marshal, and they should be capitalizing that by taking my lieutenant in the center, which it has moved. It has to have moved because I got my marshal out that way. So yeah, I don't know what my opponent's thinking in terms of that. Maybe they think it's the scout and it's gonna scout the spy if they move that piece next to it. Okay, so that's the spy coming over to defend all those pieces. And I don't want to move in because I don't think that's the spy, but you never know. It's just a precaution, but I decided to move in because I'm confident in my board reading skills. Also, this guy's making a spy insanely obvious. So if that comes down, it's probably a scout. I should hit that. Maybe I don't. I should though. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't. That's interesting. This looks like he has no intent of going for that lieutenant. So we can get a sergeant with the marshal, which is, I mean, it's better than nothing. That lieutenant did move, so he might not remember it, but it did move. So that's not great. So that's interesting because that's not the spy, that's not the marshal, so free piece, right? It's just a scout, but I'm not sure entirely why he did that because so that was a scout like I expected. That's the no, that's not the not no, not the spy. Sorry, the spy is 3 squares to the right in my marshal right now. Well, not anymore because I took the sergeant. So at this point in the game, it's possible to win. I'm down a colonel and a captain, but I am up a lieutenant. I'm up a couple minors. This guy doesn't have any scouts left, so it's possible. That's all I'm saying. If somehow I can open his flag and then have his colonel has to be like posted there, or his flag gets taken obviously, then that could be good, and that could be totally winning. So at this point, if I get a captain, I can win because I don't only be down a colonel, but I am up a lieutenant and a couple minors. So this game it is winnable, but it's not a good situation like whatsoever. So now I'm pretty sure there's flags on the right side. It could be a triangle on the left, but I really don't think it is. See, I'm pretty sure it's on the right. So yeah, I know that's gonna be how I win this game because this guy's playing so defensively that's gonna be impossible to like. It's gonna be close, like next to impossible to get to like beat him on material or get him to surrender at this point. Just because of like the sheer amount of material I'm down. So that thing coming down next to my bomb is probably a major of sorts. So it looks like he has no intention of going for my lieutenant or just messed up P-square. I think he just messed up P-square thinking that I wouldn't move it. So yeah, that piece is probably major coming to trade. So I have 3 squares, so I'll be fine. Yeah, and he knows that. Yeah, I'm very surprised that this guy hasn't been suspicious of my spy this game. But then again, he's not offensive, and I think the only pieces he moves into my base are bluffs. I think a non-bluff piece. I think the only non-bluff piece that's been in my base has been the general when trying to trade. So yeah, that just shows how defensive this guy is. He just tries to find material and then it just plays extremely defensively. See, at this point, this game is looking very bad. Just because of how defensive this guy is. Like, I obviously can't take that bomb. I don't know why he's running away from me. He might be just like trying to raise my hopes that the flag's over there. Because that piece is obviously a minor. But I mean, I might as well check that. Like, it could be the flag. I really doubt it, but like, there is a chance. So it's a bomb. It's a good sign. But no, it's a sergeant. So I highly doubt that sergeant was bombed in. If it is, then wow, that's interesting. And that might be why he was trying to get me to defuse that bomb in the first place. I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know what was up with that. So now I'm like, maybe the flag's on the right because I found a bomb over there. Might as well try to defuse it, right? So at this point, I know that like I'm either gonna lose my major or my minor here. Actually, no, I'm not going to, but like I can't get the flag with my minor without losing my major, and that's just so I'm pondering over this, and I realized that's the case. So I get my major on 3 square, and I realized that I'm gonna be fine. I'm not gonna lose either piece. And yeah, so I realized that I'm gonna have to trade. That's just it's just bad to trade when you're down. So I don't know why this guy's going back to the center with that because if this flag were over there, then he'll be trying to defend my minor. So either it's not over there or this guy feels confident in its defense. So I will be able to defuse that bomb. So yeah, that makes me think it's not the flag, but hey, you never know, right? So it looks like that's minor. That's interesting. So it's definitely not the flag because he would have hit me with that minor before. But when we opened another bomb and another one of his miners is gone. So yeah, he only has two miners left, but that's still definitely enough to win the game. Obviously. So now I'm thinking either the flag is bombed in the center in the second most popular flag spot, which is it's well it's the only possible bombed in flag spot that this guy has remaining. Well, I guess the bomb that I broke in could be the flag in theory. I doubt it is, but you never know, right? But yeah, the second most popular flag spot, it's like basically just like directly up the board from where my flag is. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, and I know that I'm gonna have to get the flag, or I'm not gonna be able to win this game. So yeah, also he just makes me believe more and more that the flag's there because all his pieces are around it. He's just like bringing his spy, and then his then it's like just colonel, captain around the flag. I mean, sorry, not the flag. The spy. Well, actually, the flag too. Yeah. So we know two bombs. Well, we defused two. We know a third one up front. So, and I'm guessing at least one of those two next to that sergeant was a bomb. Maybe both. I'm not sure. So that makes four bombs, maybe five. So now that makes you think the flag is not bombed in. And I'm hoping it's not bombed in because then I'll be able to if this guy messes up, I could send my last scout over there. And then that's why you always want to save a scout because like if the flag happens to be open, then you could scout it and win the game. But yeah, but typically that won't really matter to save a scout. So I think the only thing I have going for me is that I have all four of my lieutenants, and that this guy is not being more aggressive because my spy is pretty obvious. Like again, I don't know why he hasn't hit it yet. Like if not with like a captain, then maybe with a miner thinking it's a bomb. This just shows how defensive you can be, and this guy is being overly offensive in my opinion. Because like I think he could have won the game very easily if he just attacked after he got up that colonel because my marshal general were known. Could just run around with the colonel. So yeah, this kid's playing very strange. It's like he's like cocky or something. He's not defending his flag with like his like he's not going for my captain. Like as you can see, I think he's gonna back off. No, he does go for it. Yeah, so he trades there. So yeah, I'm just losing more and more hope after each trade, and it's just not looking good. So yeah, here I'm just very upset that like I'm gonna lose to this playstyle. Like the playstyle that requires very little skill. Kind of ironic that this guy said in the chat that I have no skill because his literal playing style requires no skill. But it's yeah, so here I'm thinking I've won the game, right? Because my marshal's holding up everything, and my miner can just slip by, and I think this guy recognizes that, and is starting to go into his buffer. Yeah, but he's probably just gonna end up getting his marshal over there and forcing me out of there. But you never know. I might be able to get the miner up. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure now he's getting his marshal out. So I'm just gonna keep bringing the miner up. Just keep going because I'm pretty sure I'm diagonal to my marshal is his spy, so that can't take my miner. See, that's the marshal. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going with the miner. I'm gonna hope because if the flag is bombed in, then I'm gonna only have two more miners after this, and it's just not gonna be good. So it's interesting. I don't know why he didn't take right away, or like rather exchange right away. So he exchanges now. And I'm guessing that's the colonel coming over to get my miner, colonel or captain or something. So I will be able to hit the piece to the left. So the way it's pressuring me, I don't think it's the flag, but yeah, so we find another miner. That's nice. So now he only has one more miner, and I've confirmed that the flag is open. Now I still think it's there though, because it could be there, it could be thinking next to it, but I doubt anyone would have an open flag in like in the center lanes. That's just a weird thing to do. But I mean, it's possible. So since my spy is useless, it's insanely obvious, but I might as well just bring it up. So we find a captain. So at this point, I know it's flagged, but I can't really go up with my scout because that colonel is just preventing me from going over there. I'm not sure if that's this guy's intention with having his colonel there, or if it's just an accident. So what I need to do is see if this guy is greedy with the colonel and tries to go for one of my lieutenants, so that I can get my scout up there. So that's one piece moving away, but the colonel needs to be like I think three or four squares away from the square it's on right now for me to be able to fire that scout up. See, I'm acting like this lieutenant's a minor. He's not buying it though. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that sergeant, which is not great. I kind of came for that thing, but there is another piece there, I'm pretty sure. So that's something, right? So it's minors. That's excellent. So that's his last minor. So this guy now needs to trap all of my pieces to win. And a bonus, that piece moved away, so now my lieutenant's pinning a captain. And I'm completely fine with that. So now I need to somehow bait that colonel away. So that piece is probably a lieutenant. There's a sergeant behind it. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking it is. So what I'm trying to do here is just get all of my lieutenants out. And since I know the captain's over there, um, and the colonel's on the right, I can just keep trading lieutenants, and then with my last lieutenant, because I am up a lieutenant, keep that in mind. I will be able to like hopefully. So yeah, here I'm trying to lure his colonel over because if he moves over a few squares, then again I can get my miner up and win the game. But that's not happening. So looks like my lieutenant's gonna be gone. That's not great. So I do know his sergeant. So and I know the captain, the colonel, and one of the lieutenants, which is that piece right behind that lake that just moved. Yep, just moved again there. So that's not good. It's going over on that side. I want to get it away from there. So I have no idea why that piece is running away from me. That just it makes no sense. So that's good. That's cool. That's what we're moving in the right direction. I don't know why he did that. He did that. So I'm gonna go there. It's obviously lieutenant. So here I'm thinking I'm gonna try to walk my scout up and hope. Just yeah. So first I need to swap out lieutenants. So I know that its colonel still is one square it's one square too far to the right for me. So because if I start walking the scout up and the colonel just moves right once, then plan foiled, game over. So that's the captain. He's trying to pull fast one on me. It's just not gonna work. So he's freeing my lieutenant, which is interesting. So that's good. We got the colonel to move over again. So now I'm just gonna try to bring the scout up. And if I go up here and he doesn't go right with that piece, so he went up there. If he went right there, he would have been able to stop me. But he went up, and that is gonna be a good game because I'm gonna be able to get my scout all the way up and scout that piece. And it is the flag. So that was very good. It just shows when you're behind in material, you can win. So I blurred the chat because this guy was not very happy about losing to a bronze spy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.